Today I want to talk about the frequency of money and how you can call in the abundance from a very embodied and authentic place. Hi everyone, my name is Lily. I'm a systemic coach and I help highly intuitive women to come back into confidence, clarity, and to be realigned with their soul mission. I've watched so many videos, listened to podcasts, bought the books, and really wanted to figure it out. What is money about, Did some experiments with myself, have been at all different levels already, and I think there is not one right answer. And of course, there's a lot of good content out there, like Bob Proctor, Napoleon Hill, Neville Goddard, and Joe Dispenza, and whatnot, like all these people. But I would like to raise awareness that it's not only one way. I think there are many different layers. So let's maybe start from the physical level, the biological one. So if you are constantly in survival stress, if you are dysregulated, if you have a lot of stored trauma in your system, you are constantly in this push and pull dynamic, and you might create a life where you're always a little bit on the edge. And you can also see that being reflected with a relationship to the people you have in your life, your friends, your loved ones. So either you are on the spectrum of being super stingy, greedy, you don't like to share, you're always scared there will not be enough for you, which again stems back to childhood things with your mother, but I will go into that a little bit later. Or you are on the other side of the spectrum where you're overly generous, you very love to give and to share, up to the point where you maybe even overshare and give yourself away. It's almost like you're sacrificing yourself and you don't really think like you deserve to receive. So you immediately give it away under the mask of I love to share. But deep down you actually feel like I can't actually receive for myself. So these are the two extremes. And maybe you are somewhere in the middle, it can also fluctuate. So that's the first thing. If your nervous system is dysregulated, if you're in survival stress, go and do some somatic body work. The next level is your relationship to your mother. If you have been a preemie baby, if you had a traumatic birth, if you maybe weren't breastfed or only for a short amount of time, and you generally made the experience early on that you cannot receive, that receiving comes with a condition, or maybe mama is there but then the next moment she's gone again because maybe they kept you at hospital. This is so deep of how you learned what love, receiving, nurturing, safety means. And then of course you will take that filter from I couldn't really be with mama, I wasn't properly nurtured, she was always gone, or maybe you were with a third party, a nanny or whatever, and you put that above the money frequency. You're like, okay, mama, money, Martha, meta, I can't have you just like that. There always comes a struggle with, maybe you have that belief system, I only can receive money when I work very hard. Look back at your childhood. What happened in the first 3 years of your life? That's the one thing. And then when you look at the relationship with your dad, he, systemically speaking, gives you permission to go out in life, to know your worth as a woman, the worth for your talent, for your gifts, what you have to share, the service you offer to the world. He opens the door for you to socialize, to put yourself out there. And if he never really was attuned, if he was absent, if he was violent, if he was abusive, if he was just gone, you cannot sense your worth. You didn't develop a skill of just trusting yourself and being like, this is me. I stand strong and tall and I go out with confidence because I know my father is standing behind me and he's got me. He got me, he holds my back. And if he has been unsuccessful in his own business, or if he's still entangled with his own family of origin, of wanting to be loyal to them, because that's what we do as people, as humans. We want to be loyal to our family of origin to make sure they survive and we survive, and that we're not being kicked out. So if your grandparents were also struggling and hustling and bustling when it comes to money, or they had seemingly bad luck, with money, and you would see them growing up flipping coins and having it so hard, your dad then would be loyal to them. And of course, you as a daughter or a son wouldn't want to grow bigger, more successful, more financially independent than your father, because you want to stay small. If you look at your dad from a systemic perspective, you want to stay, like that daughter, the child that doesn't overgrow the parent. So that can be another thing, these loyalties, these entanglements from a family constellation perspective. And that is not to underestimate. I see it quite often in my constellations with my clients, how the daughters are holding back because their dads had an unfulfilled dream, an unlived dream. So the daughters would never allow themselves to live their actual dream. It makes me so sad. But it's possible to reverse that through acknowledgement and saying a prayer of please give me your blessing to be happier than you. Please give me your blessing to be more successful than you. And please give me your blessing to be financial more independent than you. So these are the two things, the biological nervous system thing and the hidden loyalties to your mother and your father when it comes to nurturing, receiving and giving, that you could look into. Third layer is you and your soul being in alignment, the connection to God. If you are generally not really trusting in God, you do not trust in yourself. God is inside of you, inside of each of us. We are all God together. And if you, for whatever reason, doubt yourself, if you strongly believe you are weak, you are the victim of your circumstances, life is happening to you and not for you, then you will struggle to see that you are the creator of your life, of your happiness, of your luck. And what I see so often in us modern humans is that we are so disconnected from God, from ourselves, from our own essence. We are so disconnected from nature. Actually, we are nature, but we are so disconnected from it. There is no love flowing, really. We're just so cut off. We're wearing polyester. We staring at a screen. We're eating plastic food and so on. We're not barefoot in the dirt. We don't expose our skin to the sun. We do not talk to the elements. And we do not live in natural cycles anymore. That's a very important part. And when you look out your window right now, I don't know where you are, but you will, and you're really opening yourself up for that experience, you will see you are surrounded by abundance. Like right now, I can honestly wholeheartedly say I'm so abundant. I am so abundant. I'm so blessed. And I'm so, so grateful for that. That is the secret, to be grateful for what you have and to be able to see that you are already abundant, that abundance is a natural birthright and a natural state. And at any moment, you can decide to open yourself up for abundance. And that might feel controversial, especially when you're like maybe living in very poor conditions, but there will be something little that you can see right now in your room that will be a sign of abundance. And also to go away from that idea of, like even a dry leaf on the floor is abundance. Everything, even the dust, is abundant. It belongs to this universe. It belongs to this experience. And the secret really is to tap back into your divine essence. And that means to live your soul's calling. So I'm asking you, what is your calling? What are you maybe the most afraid of to actually tap into, because it would force you to fully accept your true powers? And quite often we are so afraid of our powers, because our power means we have to take responsibility, we have to be responsible. And the victim says, oh no, I can't do it, everybody else has to do it, or it's not my fault, the others did it, not me, I'm just poor me. That's easy. But to really be like, wow, I'm responsible for all of that. Anything that I can see, I created. Everything I see that came through me. Then you become much more cautious and careful with what you say, what you think, what you feel, because it all will have an influence. And when you tap back into this divine essence, and you see that the morphogenetic field is God as well, you start to see it's talking with you all the time. Every little wind breeze, every little insect that comes my way, that I suddenly see when I have a phone call or when I do a session, suddenly I see there's a message for me from God. Signs on the street, people I meet, emails I get, everything is talking to you all the time. And what is the conversation you have with the field? Are you saying, I don't trust you, I'm not interested, I'm just like in my ego, I'm just interested in, Netflix, and otherwise I don't care, I want my burger and then I want to sleep? Or do you open yourself up for something bigger than you? The magic of life, because we live in such a magical world, and I want you to know that, I want you to remember that, to see that, because once in your life when you were little, you knew that. You knew how magical you are and how magical this world is, but somewhere along the line you forgot about it. So we have to remember. And if you're still sleeping and in this trance of like not remembering but forgetting, then this is your wake-up call, this video, to tap back into this divine essence and to ask yourself, what is my calling? What am I here for? How do I want to serve in this world? What impact am I having on other people? Am I making them feel bad about themselves, or am I lifting them up? Do I bring them into the next level of their existence, or am I suppressing them? What am I doing? How can I be of service? And then ask God, work through me. Let me be your vessel. Show me where I need to be, how I can be of service. And this is then when money comes. Money loves purpose, and money loves joy and bliss. When you are in joy and in bliss, you will embody abundance. You will naturally attract. Money will naturally come to you because you are in heart coherence. You are back into your true, authentic self. No more masks, no more game playing. You are just you. And this is then when money comes, because money loves when you are happy. Money will not come when you need it. Money will come when you just are. When you just, you don't need basically anything. It's almost like you don't care because you trust, it will come anyways. This is the moment where it will come. I really hope this video inspired you. If you liked it, please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel and share it with a friend. And if you would like to have a family constellation session with me all around the money topic, abundance, and your soul calling, your purpose, I'm so happy to constellate that with you. We can easily do that online. I do sessions on Zoom, so just leave me a comment and I get in touch with you. Thank you so much.